to San Antonio Living. It's the season for holiday parties and for holiday company. And if you're getting invitations to attend everyone's party, but you might want to say no to one or two of those. How do you do that? And how do you say no to some of the other things on the list? Well, our etiquette expert is joining us this morning. It's Diane Gottsman, and she's got some tips to help us politely decline just about any invitation. It's good to see you today.
Nice seeing you.
Okay, so I've gotten a lot of holiday invitations, and I think people get upset when you have to say no because you've already received an invitation to another party on the same day. How do you handle that?
Well, if someone asks you in person, even if they say, hey, I'm having a party, it just happened to me 30 minutes before I got here. Next Saturday, can you come? And you're caught off guard. You have to say, you know, I need to check my calendar.
Okay.
If you have received an invitation through the mail, you can look at your calendar, but just don't overschedule.
Okay.
And don't give too much information. You don't want to say, I can't come because I have 4 other parties and I want to make it to those first. And you just say, you know, I really appreciate the offer. I'm so sorry I'm going to have to miss.
That's a good tip. So always just refer back to the schedule. So thank you. Let me check my schedule and I'll get back to you.
And that's all right. And say, I'll get back to you by this afternoon at 4 and follow up.
What if you're at a party and maybe you don't want to partake in all the drinking that's going on the party? How do you politely decline that without ruffling feathers?
That's a commonly asked question, because how do I forego a drink without making everyone else feel uncomfortable around me? And you shouldn't worry about it. You know, if you do not want to drink for whatever reason, you just say, you know, I'm fine. Please, you go right ahead and carry around with you some kind of drink in your hand that, you know, you could have Sprite with a cherry in it or some kind of fizzy or something. Yeah, absolutely.
So it looks like you're having a drink, but you're not.
You should not be worried about it, bottom line.
The same problem happens with dessert. I know hosts always like to push the dessert on everybody.
Right.
But maybe you don't want dessert tonight. So how do you get out of that one?
Well, you never say, I'm so full I can pop, or I'm stuffed. You know, we're not full, we're sated. That means that we're full. That's another word for being full. But you can just say, if you don't like the dessert, let's say, you could just say, you know, it looks delicious, I'm going to pass. I had so much turkey and dressing that I think I'm going to pass for now.
Okay. Let's hope that works.
Simple is better.
And then you hope that they move on. And as the host, you shouldn't, you know, just saying no one time should be enough, right?
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. For the party invitations too, you shouldn't say, oh, come on, you can do it. Please don't make the person feel badly.
Like when they say, oh, can you come by after you go to those other parties? Yeah. Like, it could be next Christmas by the time I get there. All right, we've got some commonly asked questions from some of our viewers. How do you handle being out-gifted, where someone else gives, you know, more expensive present? What do you do about that?
You shouldn't worry about it.
Okay.
You know, a gift is a gift from the heart, hopefully, and you should always give what you can afford. So never apologize, never say, oh my gosh, mine isn't as great as yours. Just accept it, say thank you so much, and go on.
A lot of people are going to run into this because, you know, the economy hasn't been very good, and a lot of people are without jobs this holiday season, so they might be giving a less expensive gift, and they feel bad about it, but they shouldn't.
They should not, and don't even say it. Don't even say, you know, I wish I could have given you more. You just give, and you give with your heart, and that should be enough.
Okay. What about getting together with family members that you normally wouldn't get together with, that you may not like over the holiday season? How do you deal with that?
Sibling rivalries and all kinds. You know, stay away from volatile subjects. You already know that you're going to get in a potential argument with your brother who has a different political view. So when an argument ensues at the holiday table, just say, you know what, guys, let's agree to disagree and let's move on. This is the holidays. Let's enjoy ourselves. You don't want to get in any kind of rivalry during this time of year.
Okay, here's a good question from our viewers. We have guests coming in from out of town to stay with us. We thought it would be nice to go to a holiday concert. Are we expected to buy tickets for everyone?
Well, you're walking a gray line, because as the host, if you would like to go to a holiday concert, it would be wonderful if you could pay for your guests that are staying with you. However, if the tickets are $200 a ticket, you know, that's a little different. So you might talk to the guests in advance before they arrive and say, listen, this is something that I'm considering. Would you all like to go? It's $200 a ticket, or it's $50 a ticket. You know, so
put the price out there so they know that they're going to be chipping in for that one. Okay. what is an appropriate host or hostess gift to take to a dinner party or a cocktail party at someone's home?
Something thoughtful and small. Don't spend too much on it. Just some little finger towels, a candle, a bottle of wine, an ornament.
That's
I
my
love
favorite
an
one.
ornament. Yes. And if you know you're going someplace, an initialed note cards that are personalized are great.
Okay, I love that idea
Yes.
too. Okay, how do I give one child a gift and leave out the other two from another family without hurting? You can't.
You cannot.
You have to
I
get
love
everyone
this
a present.
question. Yeah. You give everyone or you give no one at all. You can give that one, but give it away from everybody else at a different time.
Okay, do I have the right to discipline my sister's unruly children when they're staying at my home?
If their life is being threatened, if it's something terrible that's about to happen. But otherwise, what I would do is I would talk to my sister or my brother and say, listen, you know, I'd really appreciate it if the kids would, you know, if they're going to bounce off a couch and break their head, that's one thing. But if they're just making too much noise with the music, it's like, you know, would you mind?
You got to be careful.
3 o'clock in the morning, we're trying to sleep.
Yes. Okay. If I'm given a host gift, do I have to send a thank you card?
If you're given a host gift, they're thanking you for inviting you, and now you're going to thank them for thanking you. So now I kind of like to thank. You know, I overthink, but I think that if it's something really over the top, you want to send a thank you. But otherwise, just call and say, thank you so much for coming, and we loved the wine. We enjoyed it the next day.
I skipped over a couple of questions I forgot. Let me just ask you real quick.
Okay.
How do you say no to relatives who ask to stay at your house?
Very carefully.
Okay.
So if you just don't want them to stay, you're going to say, you know, it's just a bad time for us.
Okay.
You know, hopefully you're under construction, so you don't have to tell a lie.
My house is under construction, Grandma.
Because they better be, or they're going to drive by.
And what about grocery money? Can you ask your relatives that are staying with you for grocery money?
Well, again, if you're the host, you want to provide, but a good guest is going to offer if they're staying for an extended period of time.
Absolutely. All great tips. Thank you so much, Diana. Okay, we're all set for the holidays, right, guys? Diana is with the Protocol School of Texas on Austin Highway. You can check out our website, psotx.com or dianegottsman.com. There's a phone number there for you to call her as well. It's 826-7400.